guys, how are you? You ever hear of this before? It's real.
It is?
Yeah, do you have a scientific mind?
Sometimes.
Yeah? That's how you do research. That just knows if you have an open mind or not. It takes intelligence to be open-minded. But we've been all indoctrinated as children. We were shown the spinning ball. Well, there it is, over there. And it's not true. We are not on a spinning ball.
No.
Nope. Here's the flat Earth map. North Pole's in the center. Antarctica goes all the way around the outside.
Right.
And that's what Antarctica looks like. It holds the oceans in. This is a curvature formula for a 24,901 mile equator. We should not be looking along across Lake Michigan and seeing Chicago. It should be hidden behind the drop over 60 miles.
And what happens with the satellites?
Satellites? Over here. They never point up. They point at ground-based towers. The only thing you might see in the sky is the U-2 planes, the high altitude, and they fly around up there to fool us. The ISS, they put it on a U-2 plane and say that's where it is. But really, it's in a pool. NASA has them in a pool. Because we have footage of the spacewalks where there's an air bubble coming up across his helmet. How does that happen? It would really be interesting. You look into some of the videos down at the bottom. Yeah, get a six-pack or a bottle of wine and watch that video. It'll really enlighten you. Would you ladies like, just, you can look it up, how to have an open mind and look at these things up?
Oh, I do, but I'll look at the...
All right, good for you. This is true. Have you ever heard of it before?
I have, yes.
Are you a flat earther? Or do you have some questions?
I'm not a flat earther, but I don't have any questions at the moment. But
Okay.
I've seen just looking around, you know.
Yeah, I think it's I've been researching it for 2.5 years.
Yeah.
So now I want to tell everybody. I'm to that point, and I give lectures if you contact our website. We were down at Ocean City last Sunday.
Yeah.
Talking to everybody on the boardwalk. I take my banners along, and a group of us go.
Okay.
But it's really some interesting concepts. Is there one thing that sticks in your mind that's saying, nah, that can't be true because of this or that?
Where does the water go?
Here.
The edge.
This is Antarctica.
Yeah.
200-foot high ice walls is holding it in. That's as far as we know. Because nobody's allowed to go to Antarctica. You know, they have a treaty.
Who's got the treaty? Who's got a treaty?
I think there's 50 countries who have signed on to that, like England, the United States, you know, and they don't let anybody go down there. It's all protected by military now. So they don't allow, ever since Admiral Byrd went down there and lost a couple planes because they kept crashing into something they didn't see. And we think that was the crystalline dome.
So there's a dome over?
Yeah.
Over?
That's what we think. Okay? And it looks something like that.
So it kind of sounds like it is, it's maybe off the wall here, of course, but...
it's all off the wall.
You ever see or read Under the Dome from Stephen King?
No, but you know what? Hollywood. You know who was on the first board of NASA?
No.
Walt Disney.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Mr. Fantasy himself. There's no, if you can prove that we live on a spinning globe without using Hollywood and NASA, you got something going there. Because Hollywood and NASA are just the same thing. They're putting out all this footage. Look at this. This is from their website. There's the United States and there's the United States. The diameter's the same. So how does that happen?
Closer image?
No.
Further away?
If it were closer, these would be different. But they're the same. See, if you look on the website, you can see that just as it is there. There is no outer space because, look, if it's a vacuum of outer space, there's nothing to propulsion off of. You can't push off something that's not there. It's a vacuum of space. Even in an airplane, there's a lot of stuff in our atmosphere here, our atmos, that you can push off of. But no, you couldn't even put out a directional thing. It wouldn't do anything.
What about satellites going out to visit other planets?
We don't think there are satellites. We don't think there's satellites out there because none of these things point up. They're all pointing to ground-based towers.
What about like Voyager or something that's going out?
When they take off, they go like this, and they all end up back in the Bermuda Triangle. So
how do they get pictures of the different planets then?
They make them up. They make it all up. I wonder if I have a picture. Well, NASA and Hollywood, and it's all funded by these the guys who own the central banks. That's how they're taking over the world, the New World Order.
What's the advantage that they have to doing that? Why?
Money,
okay.
Control, power. They want our land, our resources. How was the middle class formed? Okay, back in history, the middle class was formed by the printing press and the serfs learning how to read. And they could educate themselves, okay? So now, tell me, what's the difference between being educated with lies or being uneducated? You really, neither of you know anything, right? It's knowing a lie is like knowing nothing. So that's what they're doing to us. They're feeding us lies in the public school system.
So do flat earthers believe that other planets exist?
There is something up there. It's somewhat opaque. It's somewhat opaque, but we can't prove they're spheres, and we can't prove that they're a far distance away. We can only prove that they are not fixed. So they're wandering stars, and that's what we call the planets. If you look at through a telescope and look at Saturn, you see like a white circle and then you see like a white crescent next to it.
Yeah.
But you don't see that it goes all